Hey guys, this is Element 5 Manga here, and as you can see from the title, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to draw and color manga style eyes, anime style eyes. Please be sure to like the video, comment down below what type of tutorial you think I should do next, and subscribe. I'm going to be uploading a lot of tutorial style videos in 2020, and I'm going to be doing a lot of speed paints as well, so please be on the lookout for that. So without further ado, let's get started. So what I did here, I'm using Clip Studio Paint, as you can see up here, and I basically I made a new file, and I went to illustration. They give you a bunch of options. You can use comic, you can use painting for fanzine, you can use this thing, and you can use this for animation. I'm illustrating with 300 DPI, and these are my proportions. That's the 300 DPI resolution. Color, paper color starts off as white. There are a bunch of settings in here, a bunch of presets. Uh, you can do those. I don't really worry about that too much. And yeah, so I already made the file. So I'm starting my brush off at 70, 100% opacity. I'm using the G pen and start off with black. All right. So I'm going to start off with a female's eye. And normally when I'm drawing a face, I like to start off with the eye on the left. So for females, you want to use like a lot of references from like cartoons or whatever manga you like, whatever anime you like. You can use references from those. I find one thing that most of them do that they all have in common is that they'll have the female eye slanted like this, right? So what you could do, how you think about it, you can have a dot right here and then come up this way and have a dot right here and then just create a line like this. That way you can get the perfect slant. I don't do it all the time, but that's what I'm thinking about when I'm drawing an eye. So like you can do this, and this is just a generic eye, generic female eye. There are different ways you can stylize them. This is just a popular way. This is the way I do it. This is the way I see a lot of other people do it. So you can add the eyeball in after that, and then if you want to add this thing, you can. I normally don't add it just because it doesn't look all that great to me. But I see people do it. So you can do that if you want. And then you can add the eyelash. Not the eyelash, the eyebrow. You can add the eyebrow in there. These are the eyelashes right here. So what you want to think about when you're drawing eyelashes, you want to think about them coming out of the eye socket. This thing right here. So don't just draw an eye like this, right? And then put them straight up. It doesn't look that great. Unless that's what you're going for, you know. If you want to draw them this way, you want to draw the eyelashes like they're coming out of it. It'll make it look a little bit more three-dimensional. And then you want to make the eyelashes like different different line weights and different lengths too. So not all eyelashes are going to be the same length, right? Some eyelashes are going to be short, some of them are going to be longer, some of them are going to be mid-length, like that. You want to make them different lengths. So that's one way to draw a female's eye. Another way to draw a female's eye, you can make them like really slanted like this. You'll see this in characters like Bayonetta, Zero Suit Samus. I play a lot of Smash Bros. That's why I'm using those for reference. And really, this can go for male and female. It's all about the type of character, the character's personality. That's really what you want to base the whole character design on. But that's another video. Right now, we're just talking about the eyes. So you can make your eyes like this. Oh, and don't forget to put the iris in there, like I just did, and then the light that's reflecting off of whatever light source you have. Most people Most people will have light reflecting in their eyes, and it'll be up here. Sometimes it'll be over here. Sometimes you'll see these little small ones at the bottom. That's really more of a stylistic choice too. You can do whatever you want with that. These are just the foundational rules. And then maybe for an eye like this, you could put an eyebrow up here. Somebody just got me on Facebook. And then you can have an eye, a female's eye, go like this as well. Those bigger eyes. It's all about the character at the end of the day. What is the character's personality? If the character has bigger eyes like this, they're probably going to be bubbly, cheerful, things like that. If the character's like this, they're probably going to be more laid back or serious. It's all about how you want to portray your character's personality. Don't forget the iris and then a little light. You can put one of these. I'll put one of these just for reference. And that's just 3 ways to draw the female's eye. There are many ways to draw the female's eye. Just follow artists that you like on Instagram or Facebook, DeviantArt, Tumblr, Twitter, wherever you go to look at art and appreciate artists. Just follow your favorite artists and then copy what they do, and then practice what you see. So like if you see them doing this, draw this eye 20 times. It's gonna be boring, but that's how you practice to get better. You could draw this eye 20 times. You could draw this eye, or just you don't have to draw this eye 20 times, but draw like you could draw 20 different styles of eyes, and then just try to do that. If not on a daily basis, at least on a weekly basis. That way you'll show improvement. I don't really like this. What's going on up here? All right, so these are the examples I'm going to use for the female's eyes, and then so for the male's eyes, I might as well draw the other one, right? So for males, I wouldn't really use this method that I displayed earlier. This one, 'cause it'll look too curvy. So for males, I try to keep them straighter, like that. They've got the same light. Or draw this guy frowning. So for those of you that don't know, I used to watch a lot of Bleach and read a lot of Bleach. So this eye may be reminiscent to something you may see in Kubo style, or if you like Bleach, or just other action manga use this too. But I used to take a lot of reference from Bleach, Naruto, stuff like that. So that's kind of where I get my inspiration. I do look at Instagram artists, Twitter artists, and I try to copy what they do if I like what they're doing. Hold on, let me save the file really quickly. I get real paranoid about this stuff because my computer has crashed on me before. But yeah, I take reference from that, and then I try to draw from other artists that I like. If I like their styles, I'll try to draw like them. Just fill up like 2 to 3 pages in my sketchbook of just their style. That way I can have it ingrained in me. I've seen this before where the eye actually goes down, and then it'll be like this. They'll use this for like those relaxed characters. And then this is actually when I might do something like this. I don't do it for every character. Some people do it for every character. They'll put this up here. I don't really do it for every character. If I feel like it fits the character, I will drop it in. So you can draw it out like that. And then for the same, just like the females, you can do a circular eye for the males as well. If you watch My Hero Academia, Deku pretty much has an eye that's similar to this. Put like a surprised expression. Delete that. So this is how I would draw the male's eye, and this is how I would draw the female's eye. And then for coloring, so what I like to do in Clip Studio is separate my layers. I know some people can do this all on the same layer, and I have no idea how. But I'll actually put the color under the line art, because that way, if you put the color on top of the line art, something like this is going to happen. I'll just take a red over here, use this marker. It's going to go over the line art, right? And some people can work like that. I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to put it under the eye, right? That way I can just do whatever I want and it won't go over my line art. It'll probably be sloppy like that. Let me switch back to the pen. Or, matter of fact, because I don't even do it that way. I just do that. Just use this fill over here, shortcut G. And just pick a different color. I use blue for this one, and then it'll be green for this one. And then kind of notice where I am in the colors right now. I'm not all the way over here. This is too much saturation for an eye. And I'm not over here either. That's not enough light, right? So I like to stay like somewhat in the middle, not down here either. Down here is for when you're getting to the shadows in the eyes, and I'll explain that later. And up here is for when you're getting to the highlights. So I like to try to stay in the middle right here. They call it a sweet spot. Let me just fill these in. I'll do purple. This guy's eyes is purple. I already did red. Let's do orange, I guess, or brown. And then I'll do a darker blue. This guy. I did not give him an iris or highlights. We'll do that later. So what I'll actually do after this is I'll make a new layer on top of my fill colors, right? These are the fills. And then I'll clip this to this layer. So that way everything on this layer can only appear within these colors. Like I can't take this pencil, right? I'll make it bigger. You see how I'm applying pressure, but you can't see it because it's clipped. If I unclip it, now you can see it. But we don't want that. We want this to be clipped. So I'm just going to delete that and reclip it. So now I'll go in here, right? And this is how I shade my eyes. With this color, I'll start with the base, right? So I'm going to go over here and then I'm going to move this up. That's called a hue shift, but I'll make a separate video about that. That's color theory. So basically, I'll go like this. And I started doing this because I was watching a lot of speed paints, and I would notice the speed painter would do this a lot, and I just took a liking to it. And then they'll actually like come into yellow, stay over here, and then do something like this. And then I don't know why, but it just makes the eye pop out more from a distance. And then yeah, so we're still on the same layer. So I'll take this base color again, and then now I'm going to bring it down and over. You see how I'm going to the left? We started up here. I'm going down and to the left. And then I'm also going to slide this over as well. So now it looks more purple. And then I'm going to take this and go over it. And then from here you can like, that's really the base that you need. You can make a bunch of like smaller dots like that. And then I'll make a separate layer doing this, right? This one, I'm going to bring it all the way down, but I'm going to come over here and lower my opacity to 50. Sometimes it's situational. You can make it over here to 67. Sometimes you only want it down here. But for this example, I'm just going to leave it at 50. And then I'll put this layer over where I put my colors. So just keep taking note of that. Because the eye, if you look at a realistic eye, there's going to be a shadow right here because this is where light cannot, or not cannot get to, or can't get to. But there's going to be a shadow here. Just look at a realistic picture of an eye. You can even look at some anime drawings, and they'll do this. So after I get this right here, this is the only time that I'm gonna go over the line art layer, right? And then I'm gonna call this layer eye shines. You can call it whatever you want. This is just what I call it. And then I'll actually come up here back to the white. And sometimes you can do this. This is just a stylistic choice. You can do this. Come in here. Sometimes you can use the paintbrush just to make it more subtle. And then when you come out, you can get these effects, these little effects. And I've even seen, going back to this layer right here that's clipped to the eye layer, I've even seen some people do this just to make it pop more. So that's how I would color a red eye, right? Because all we're doing is taking things that go with this base color. So for a blue eye, if I wanted to make a highlight for this, I would do the same thing. Just come up here, move this up a little, not too much, and then do something like this. I would probably, let's see how yellow looks. Yeah, for some reason it just, I don't know, it just pops out. So I'll do that. And then I'll go back to the base color, right? You can go back to your history, or say you were on this color, right? You can come over here to the eyedropper. I'll just press I because I know the quick key. And then select the base. It'll take you back to this. And then when you want to get this dark color, just drag it down and to the left. And then slide this over. Now you have your shadow color. And then you can go up here again. It's already at 50. Alright. And go like this. And then go up to your eye shine layer. Put the dots. Come back down here. It's actually forgot to do this. Yeah, you can just do stuff like this. And for this example, I'm gonna try to do something a little different. So I'm gonna go to this base color, come up here, slide this over. That's how you're gonna remember this with repetition. It's gonna become second nature. Let's see how an orange will look. That's straight. I'm gonna hit the eyedropper again over here. Come over here, slide this down and to the left. And so I've seen people do this. Instead of doing these things that I've been doing, right? Making these little circles. I've seen people do stuff like this. They'll make, oh, that's a pattern. Seen people put hearts in eyes, put stars. Oops. Especially if it's a female character too. They'll do stuff like that. I personally, I don't do that, but I don't. There's nothing wrong with doing it. So let me come down here again. Make these shadows. Go to my shine. And that's basically how I would color eyes. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, please hit the like button. Excuse me, please hit the like button. Comment down below what tutorial you think I should do next. Hold on, let me just center this quickly. Alright, okay, there we go. So yeah, hit the like button, comment down below what tutorial you think I should do next, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to be doing more tutorials, and some videos, they'll just be speed paints of me drawing a character or doing one of my manga pages. For those of you who don't know, I'm a manga creator on Webtoons. The name of my comic is Element 5 Manga. You can just go there, or you can click the link in the description below. So yeah, thank you.